We are live. Hey everyone, this is Nazareth Beg. Glad to have you on board. Just kind of looking through people registering. So, hey, Arturo's on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
Not much, not much. I wasn't expecting you, but I got everything ready to go. You're in as an attendee, or no? You're in as a admin.
Yes, sir.
So we have Carla, Leandro, Gregory. So fantastic.
Yeah, I'm actually gone tomorrow. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning. You probably thought I was gone today, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay, man. You can go through the whole thing if you want.
Yeah, I actually changed some slides around.
Perfect.
So today is going to be pretty exciting. And afterwards, we're gonna let's brief a little bit. I want to tell you about a couple of exciting things that I've been working on. We have Carla, Leandro, and Gregory. So Gregory's going to be on for 30 minutes, and then he's going to jump off. Carla's going to be on. Carla, if you want to come out and talk to us a little bit about what you learned from the summit, let me know. I believe there's a way for you to request to come out as a presenter. Let me see if I can actually pull you out. Huh. I guess there is not a way to.
He's frozen.
No, I'm good. No. No, I'm not. No, I paused for a second.
Okay.
Can Leandro hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Leandro can hear you? Hear me?
No, you're frozen on his side, but you're fine on my side. His internet going through right now.
Okay. All right. Let me know when I should start rock and rolling. Carla, Gregory, if you want to say something in the chat, let me know. Okay, they might be on mobile. All right, let's just get started. All right, let me share my screen here in a second. All right, can you see my screen now? All right, can you see my main screen, Tranont Change Life Opportunity Briefing? Art, okay, great. So Gregory, all right, let me do this one more time. Let me do screen 2. Do share. And then let me just do that. Okay, great. So everybody can see my screen. Fantastic. Great. Thank you so much for joining the webinar and going over the Tranont opportunity. What I will be sharing with you is some education, some knowledge that Tranont can give you. So I just want to give you a taste of that today. And then what we'll show you is how to really take advantage of all the tools and the technology and apps that is available to folks that join Tranont. So let's get started. So just a little bit about me real quickly. I graduated with an MBA from University of Chicago Booth School of Business. I don't know if you know anything about the rankings of the business schools, but University of Chicago is usually ranked #1 by many different ranking publications. I also graduated with a bachelor's in computer science from DePaul University. So I'm Chicago through and through, born and raised here. When I got out of college with my bachelor's degree, I did 10 years of software development and designed and developed architect enterprise level software. And for the past 6 years recently, what I've been doing is actually been doing software sales, business development. Also been coaching other entrepreneurs and helping them with grow their business, leveraging social media marketing, leveraging my experience and my failures, of course. And helping them with their financing and budgeting as well. I'm also married and father of 4, so I have a very busy personal life, which I'm sure many people can relate to. Just a quick disclaimer, what some of the tips that I will be sharing, some of the education that I'll be sharing you will be centered, some of it will be centered around like tax tips and savings. That's part of what Tranont teaches you about their financial education. So do not consider this as a tax advice. Always check with the CPA. And if you don't have a CPA, what we want to do is actually share with you how we're providing a team of a tax team who are CPAs that sit down with you every 3 months or once a quarter to basically figure out your tax strategy. So just sit tight and we'll go through that as well. Just a quick question. Do you know where your money is going? This is just to test your financial knowledge. On average, the average American and Canadian as well, this is their spending habit. 20 to 40% of it is going to debt, and that could be your home mortgage or even an equity line of credit on your home. It can also be going to your car loan, your personal loan, your student loan. A lot of folks are graduating with high student loan debt, and that's becoming a big concern in our nation. What there also could be is like high credit card. So there's a lot of money that's going to debt. And then next thing is taxes. On average, Americans pay about 30% taxes, which is pretty high considering what the kinds of laws that are written and what people can take advantage of. And we're going to show you some things, give you some education around that. And then everything else, after everyone has been paid, your creditors, the U.S. government, after everyone has been paid, then what is left over is for you to use for your food, your clothing, your gas, your transportation to and from work, everything else. And maybe, just maybe, you might put away something for a vacation. Just maybe you might put away something for an emergency fund. A lot of people do not even know why they should even have an emergency fund. And when an emergency happens, like a car breaks down, or God forbid, some medical emergency comes up, people are pulling out their credit cards and charging it right away, and that's very high interest money. So you may think that you don't have much control over your finances, but you know what? What you can do is actually lower your taxes. So this slice of the pie can actually decrease, and you can have more money for yourself, or you can apply that money that you save on taxes and apply it to your debt and pay off those high interest credit card rates. So we're going to show you some of those tips and tricks today. Hi, Carla. Yes, we're here. Welcome. Got your message in the chat. So just to test a little bit more about your financial education knowledge, what would you rather have? Would you receive a $17,000 raise every year for the next 10 years, or save $10,000 in taxes every year for the next 10 years? Folks in the chat, if you can kind of give me your answer to test your knowledge, let me know. But the right answer is saving $10,000 in tax every year for the next 10 years is the best way to go. And I apologize for the formatting. This arrow should be going right to the second bullet. Okay. The reason why is that when you get a $17,000 raise every year for the next 10 years, and you probably know this, that the more money you make, the more taxes come out of your paycheck. And what happens is after the federal government takes their takes their cut, after the state government takes their cut, Social Security, Medicare, everybody takes their cut, you actually end up less than $10,000 a year, believe it or not. It's painful, but it is seriously a fact. So the name of the game is, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. How much money you keep, how much money you keep safe, secure, and grow that money. All right? Again, it's not about how much money you make. It's how much money you keep, how much money you keep safe, and grow that money. Okay? That's right, Gregory. Save on taxes. That's the right answer. Okay, some cash drain myths that I want to bring to your attention. Folks are like, oh, you know what? My accountant, I don't have to worry about anything. My accountant's got my taxes. He takes care of all my taxes. That's such a wrong idea. And a lot of folks have this misconception that the accountant has all the time in the world to go through your yearly expenditure and figure out, what is tax deductible and what is not. Your accountant does a very good job of filing your taxes, but that's based on the data and information that you give your CPA, your accountant. So in my case, I give my accountant, my W-2s and my home business income and my wife's W-2. And what I tell him is like, hey, I approximately spent this much on gas. I approximately spent this many miles on my car. It's all approximation. So I don't do a very good job of documentation. All right. So I may be losing out on a lot of money, but that accountant's not going to go through all my expenses throughout the year. That's like similar to saying that, hey, I have a doctor. My doctor's taking care of my health. So that's not true. We all know that's not true, because we're not sitting around and eating all the cholesterol and all the fat that we want, and our doctor comes in, takes us to our office, takes us into his office, and then just cleans up our arteries and our gut, and then we're ready, we're fresh, just like new. That's not the case. We're responsible for our health, we're responsible for our property, and we're also responsible for our accounting and finances. And it's our responsibility to be educated on this, okay? The second myth that I like to debunk is, I already get a tax refund every year, so I must be doing okay on tax reduction. Again, this is such a sad fact that a lot of people think that they're okay with just paying, with getting a refund every year. Okay, the fact of the matter is, the government has taken out so much out of your paychecks every time you get paid. The government has taken out so much throughout the year, and when it's time to pay your taxes, or file your taxes, I should say, the accountant figures out that, oh, you know what, you actually paid way too much in taxes. You're going to be getting a refund from the government, and people get thrilled about that. Yeah, it feels good to get a refund back, but it's already being taken out of your paycheck. So basically, what the government has taken too much, and then now you're getting some of it back. But the fact of the matter is, the government is taking too much, and you can get even a bigger refund at the end of the year. And I'll show you what that's all about. Here are some facts. I shared some myths. Now I'm going to share some facts. 84% of Americans and small business owners overpay their taxes. Can anyone guess by how much? Tell me in the chat room. By an estimated 150 billion per year. I wanted to write 9 zeros, but then people wouldn't quite understand that it's billion with a B per year. So this is a huge number that 84% of Americans are leaving on the table. Okay, can anyone calculate? We're about 300 million Americans, approximately 84%. Let's just say 80%. That's 240 million Americans and small business owners are overpaying on their taxes. Can anyone figure out what that is per person? Divide 150 billion per year divided by 240 million. Send me your answer through the chat. I want to know that answer. The next fact is 90% of you think you didn't even overpay. That's crazy. 90% of us think that we're okay. What we paid is fair. The government took a fair share. That's not true. Okay. Let me ask you this. What if you can deduct meals and entertainment on your taxes? Deduct your vehicle usage. If you are putting on 10,000 miles a year, and then 25% of that is actually, you can deduct, what do you think that would be? How cool would that be? What if you can deduct your home office? So let's say, for example, you are paying all your utilities, your water, your gas, your light. Let's say at the end of the year, you are paying about $3,000. Imagine you can cut out, I don't know, 10% of that and deduct that on your taxes. Okay. Deduct equivalent of your kids' college education or weddings. I'm not saying deduct your kids' college expenses and weddings. I'm saying equivalent to that cost, or even medical expenses, braces, deduct travel, and much more. All right, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Everyone with me so far? All right. So why are people not taking advantage of all these deductions? Because the lack of education and the lack of tools. So yeah, it's time consuming to do all this extra documentation. We're all procrastinators, including myself. And we lose our receipts. They get faded, especially the receipts nowadays. They fade in your pocket. Logging mileage on your vehicle whenever you drive to and from a destination, it's a pain. You got to find out how many miles you've driven, your start mileage on your odometer, and then ended mileage. And then you don't know the rules and are scared of an audit. That's probably one of the main reasons why we don't take an advantage, because we're not educated on our finances, on the tax laws that are out there that are available to us. So, obviously we get, we lose out. So what's the answer to all this? Education and state-of-the-art tools. What if I were to give you access to the knowledge that Sandy Botkin has, who is a CPA, a tax attorney, trainer of the IRS, president of Tax Reduction Institute for the past 30 years, featured as a tax coach for Tony Robbins' wealth seminars. And he's a best-selling author of a book called Lower Your Taxes Big Time. And he's got other books as well. What if you were to have access to that person's knowledge? And he's constantly giving you knowledge throughout the year. And what if you were to have an app designed by Sandy Botkin to track your mileage, to track your expenses, take pictures of receipts, and basically give all the documentation you need so you'll never be audited? And what if you had access to a tax team every quarter, every 3 months, to get on the phone with you and figure out your tax strategy, to figure out, hey, you should increase your exemptions on your paycheck or decrease your exemptions, and also have a lawyer to help you figure out which way you can figure out how to, basically come up with a small business corporation to help you take advantage of all these tax laws and then take advantage of all these deductions that you are incurring. So let me introduce you to Tranont, but before that, let me give you a disclaimer. So these are hypothetical examples, and these are just to help you understand and illustrate what the Tranont model has. So, obviously the success that you can have in Tranont depends on your individual effort. So real quick, just getting this disclaimer out of the way. So what Tranont wants to do is we want to change the world economy one household at a time. And we believe we can do that through financial education and through certain services. Our vision is that we want to offer individuals world-class financial education education that the wealthy people either hire people to do, or they're already privy to this type of education. And what we want to do is give you training, the financial management tools, and digital protection, best-in-class retail services. So this is $1 trillion industry that Tranont is playing in. The financial services industry is so big, it's ever growing, and the money is exchanging hands very, very fast. We have thousands of success stories, and we have strategic partnerships with that are providing these essential services to regular business owners, like for example, like National Processing. The retailer down the street is using it. Your 7-Eleven down the street is using a credit card processing company. And there's other services that I will go through just to show you how cool these features are and the partnerships that Tranont has made. So let's talk about the core services. At the very core, we have some key financial education tools. For example, Tranont OneView, our flagship product. Here, you can add all your credit card accounts, your bank accounts, and load them into OneView. And what you can do is actually get a full financial picture of all the income that's coming into your household and all the expenses that are going out of your household. Okay? And what that gives you an immediate picture of is, where is the cash drainage? Where is your frivolous expenditures? Where can you cut corners to help you meet your financial goals, set a budget, and also pay off some of that debt that you've been seeing, and also get flagged of when some crazy charges are on your credit card. That's where Tranont Defend comes in. Tranont Defend basically helps you with your credit report. It helps you with your any type of on social media, if someone's trying to hack your account and hack your credit cards and things like that. There's TaxBot. This is what I was talking to, where Sandy Botkin helped create this very awesome tool called TaxBot, where it tracks your mileage, it tracks your income, it tracks your expenditure, and real quickly it allows you to take a picture of a receipt and say, hey, I had lunch with Arturo, for example, and we talked about business, and we met at this particular burger place, or whatever the case may be. Tranont Legal. Imagine having a lawyer in your back pocket. Imagine you're a lawyer helping you with the paperwork of and filing your corporation the right way according to your state, where you live, and the type of corporation that you need to take full advantages of all the tax laws that are out there. And then Tranont Tax Preparation Services. At the end of the year, what our tax team does for you is prepare your taxes for your personal filing and your business filing, which is fantastic. All in the core services of what Tranont has to offer. There's also credit services. Obviously, since the Great Recession, a lot of folks' credit is in bad shape. A lot of people are paying very high interest rates on their credit cards, on their home loans, on their car notes, because of a low credit score. And we have several people that can give you testimonials on their experience with our Tranont's credit services, and how easy and how quickly they were able to increase the credit score. Okay, and I know there's very expensive credit services out there, and I'll show you how very cost effective is our solution. Other services that you can offer to, like the retailer down the street or other business owners. So if folks are not interested in taking advantage of Tranont's core services, you can always provide them other services, retail services that Tranont has. So we have satellite, merchant services, business phone, which is the business phone is probably a fantastic service, which allows a small business owner get the type of features that a very large business owner has. A phone system that is just very scalable and very robust. There's also products in our sister company, Tranont Life. There's licensed products for example, like life. There's also ways for you to invest and grow your money. Tranont tax preparation services, we talked about that. Credit services, business defend. This is like to do background checks. It's just an incredible service that we have. So all this is available to you in an app format that you can quickly and easily get someone's information, and you don't have to close a sale. Here's the best part. As you can see in this pop-up screen on the right-hand side, if you talk to a business owner and you say like, hey, what if I can help you save on your credit card processing? Or what if I can get you a better business phone system, okay, that is competitive to, you know, your large competitor that has a robust business phone system? And if they say, yeah, okay, and what you do is just collect the name, phone number, email, and put in your Tranont ID, associate ID, and you hit submit, and then the Jive sales team will actually help, will close a deal for you. So all you're doing, you're not in the sales business anymore. You're in the referral business, okay, which is fantastic. So let's just skip through some of these screens. Here is a fantastic incentive. The residual income that you can take advantage of, the commissions are incredible. It's up to 30%. I shared with you my experience in software sales for the past 6 years. No one is giving you 30% of commission on a sale. That's incredible. It's unheard of, okay? At the most, I probably receive 10% commission. When I've seen 30% on customers that I can acquire, I signed up right away. I was like, this was great. 30% on personal customers, that's fantastic. So here's a quick example. So if you have 20 services that you acquired some customers, altogether they have 20 services, average about $100 a month. 2,000 of that is commissionable billing revenue. So that's times 15%. And then here you get $300 per month plus $3,600 in annual. Sorry, that equals to $300 per month. In the year, that equals $3,600 annual residual income. Okay, when you start selling some more services, that's where you bump up to 30%. Okay, so the more services that you sell, the higher commission rate you can take advantage of. And here's the breakdown. So when you go to 21 or more, you get into the 30% commission rate. Okay. So let's get started. Become a Tranont associate, okay? Get the financial education that you need, the marketing platform, and the marketing platform is unreal in this industry, okay? Connecting, Tranont can, send out marketing information through your Twitter. It automatically does that for you. Like, imagine Tranont or your personal assistant who is very good at marketing basically sends out a tweet on your behalf almost every day. That's an attractive tweet where people will click on your link and get you some leads into your business, okay? Business management application and customer support and global expansion. That's what Tranont's looking at. So what you do is you plug into the Tranont system, acquire customers and associate using the Tranont launch system, help other Tranonts do the same. And then there's local events where you get some face time with some leaders, get some training, get some personal development, leadership training, which is incredible. So here's some a little bit more information about the team bonuses and what does the income look like. So let's say, for example, you sign up and you have 3 associates sign up. Okay, you invite them to a webinar like this, and then folks sign up right away. So under you have 3 associates that you've personally sponsored. Okay, and they're all loaded on the core services, and they're getting their financial education, and they're getting onloaded to Tranont the right way. That's a $100 monthly bonus. Okay. Now, if those 3 associates go out and do the same thing as you did, they also sponsor 3 active associates. Okay, what that makes up is a team of 12. So you get a 1,200 point group volume. What that qualifies for is a $250 monthly bonus. What that also qualifies for is a $500 monthly Jeep bonus. So what Tranont believes in is giving you a monthly bonus that basically helps you offset some of your expenses. For example, cars are usually one of the big expenses in the household. So like, you know what, you've done a great job. You have 12 associates in your organization. Here's a $500 monthly Jeep bonus. If you wish to forego that, then what happens is they give you $250 in cash, which is not bad. As you add more associates and help your team grow and hit their financial goals, okay, the bonuses increase, okay, the monthly bonuses. So, you know, have your eye on the prize. You know, the president and the CEO level, I have the cutoff here, but that's 25 grand, I believe, per month. So that's the income bracket where you want to be at, okay? The other, you still have the Jeep bonus, you have the retirement bonus, and then you have a bonus pool depending, and this depends on, you know, how much money has come into Tranont, and then there's a pool that you are qualified to participate in. So it's up to $30,000 when you get to the real top. All right. So again, we'll train you on how to acquire customers. We'll train you on how to build and develop your team of associates. You know, we'll help you as you attend some local events and regional and national events and webinars like this. You know, you're going to get some more training. So you're never in business for yourself. I mean, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. Okay. So we'll share with you some regional events. We'll also have some coming up in January 6th and 7th. So that's the national event that we have coming up in Long Beach, California. So the next step is get a hold of me. My email is nusrith.beg@gmail.com. If you have been invited to this webinar by someone else other than myself or Arturo, then please do get a hold of that person and connect with them and sign up under them. Okay? We're all the same team. We're all sharing the same information. We're all in it together. There's no cross line, up line, down line difference. There's nothing like that. In Tranont, we're all here to help each other. Okay? So if you've been invited by someone else other than Arturo and I, please do get connected with them. Other than that, if you've been invited by myself or you've actually registered for a webinar through one of my ads, then by all means, get a hold of me and let's get you started. All right, thank you very much. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, I got done in 33 minutes.
Are we still live or are you done?
We're done.
Good, good. Yeah.
So